And my friend Bobby walks in. He's a producer. They give everybody the title producer years ago on that. He tells me when to go, but I know when to go to commercial. There's a beep and everything. So I said, what's happened? He comes in limping. He says, I was supposed to start NBC in New York as a cameraman Monday. I said, what happened? He says, I came out of NBC on 6th Avenue. I get hit by a cab. He says, and now I'm stuck here. He says, I can't hardly walk. He says, so I didn't give up this job. He says, you're supposed to be a what? A cameraman? I said, oh, okay. I says, I want a break. Got a break, and I called up NBC New York. I knew the guy because I used to bug this guy and say, no, when you get experience, you come back. When you get experience, you come back. So I called him, I says, and he got on the phone. I said, this is Frank Biondo. Remember you said any experience? Well, I got 4 or 5 months experience. He says, you do? I says, yeah, I work for BZ, TTG. He says, when can you come in? I says, Monday. He says, okay, be here Monday, 9 o'clock in the morning. So I was there Monday. I went home that weekend from Boston. I went home. I was there 9 o'clock in the morning. And he says, okay, you got the job. When can you start? I says, Monday, the next Monday. So he said, all right. I says, thank you. And I left quick because I took a plane back to Boston. I was on at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I just made it to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I get there, and I'm doing my job. I was in master control again. And then when my break came, I says, I want to talk to, he was the head technician, I think it was the chief engineer at the time, to give him my notice. So he said he went home. So I said, okay, give him his house. Give me his phone number. So I called him at his house. He says, yeah, Frank, what's the matter? Anything wrong in master control? I said, no. I says, I just want to tell you, I says, I would like my paycheck Friday because Friday is my last day. I'm leaving. I'm going to NBC, start Monday. He says, you can't do that. I said, what do you mean I can't do that? He says, we have a rule in this place. You have to give 2-week notice, or else you can never work here again. I says, you do? I says, good. I'll never work here again. I says, I'm out of here Friday. I says, he gave me my check Friday, and I went to NBC.